This video is not sponsored by anyone or anything.
Yes! Another victory for the books!
Oh hey gamer, didn't see you there. A few days ago, I beat my favorite worst mobile game, Toon Blast, a game for tiny children. And me? And Ryan Reynolds, because they paid him $1 billion to be in their ad.
Hey Ryan. Listen, I know you love Toon Blast.
But where did they get that $1 billion? This game, taking up my phone storage for the past 4 years, has over 7,000 levels in it. So how much money did I spend on coins, lives, team packs, toon passes, and yip yaps, and boom baps, and zip zap, and all the other fake stuff designed to suck my wallet dry? Not a penny. And okay, I only beat about 5,000 out of 7,000, but I still feel like a winner because I uninstalled the game. I just reinstalled it. This is me when I first started playing Toon Blast. Naive, carefree, stupid. And this is me today. I might be more jaded and cynical, yes, but I come to you today a much wiser man, because over the past 4 years I've been learning the very basics of game development, and have even released my very own solo developed game, Jump Up Tiny Spaceman, which you can play now for free. The more knowledge I've put in my average-sized head about how to put a game together, how to keep a player engaged and having fun and all that stuff that Shigeru Miyamoto and a bunch of other people figured out 40 years ago, the more I've noticed exactly how sneaky these developers really are. I know what's going on, okay? So how do games like these still get me to waste so much of my precious time on this earth? They got the pretty colors and the good sound design and decently passable gameplay. Much to my chagrin, I'm sucked in deep, but I am still a total freeloader. Which brings me to my big question. How could they let this happen? How am I allowed 4 years of fun without shelling out a couple bucks? Don't get me wrong, they're still trying to make me slip up and spend just $1. They're using all the tricks in the book. I'm always running out of everything I need just when I need it. The difficulty spikes, and yes, this game somehow has some difficulty to it, and when it does, the difficulty spikes are absolutely monstrous and can often either only be overcome by sheer brute force or blatant paying to win. And there is always a sale, and I'm playing it right now. No, I'm uninstalling again. However, I don't think that Peak Games, the developers of Toon Blast, are solely interested in just taking my hard-earned money from me. Sure, money is the end goal, but there is a more complicated system at play here. If a game has all this BS that takes away from your enjoyment of it, and you can still see all the content, they are scamming you out of something far more valuable: your time. I could have been watching YouTube videos, or going outside and watching YouTube videos, if only I'd bought the team pack. But instead, I grinded. Ground? Wait, let me look it up. I just reinstalled again, god damn it! Did you know that a video game is supposed to be worth your time? It's true, look it up. Now before I took the game dev red pill that allows me to understand games in big brain mode, I thought there was only one answer to my question. I thought that these developers were stringing me along in the hopes that I would pay them eventually. I thought that the mountains of free content were just an advertisement for the microtransactions. I know, doy, but that's not all there is to the strategy. I theorized that there are actually a number of reasons why a developer might choose not to block content in a game filled with microtransactions. The first is that they want to create a product that everyone can enjoy, paid or not. That's not very likely, though. The second is the already mentioned long-term strategy. The idea that if you play enough, you'll pay eventually, or you'll hit a difficulty wall you never lock out of. And while this is a reason, there are a few more you might not be thinking of. Many of these games live and die by their in-game community. You might be a part of an army, a clan, a group, a virtual gang of some sort. If the entry point is lowered so that free players can progress at even a fraction of the rate of paying players, those players who are willing to spend a little more money on the game are encouraged to keep playing by the simple fact that all the free players keep blowing up the in-game group chat with hilarious memes. Of course, this is a double-ended strategy so that everyone can have a turn, because these groups often display the rankings of all the players, giving the free players an idea of just how far you can go, making them believe the lie that the game is fun. But another massive reason I believe I was allowed to finish so much of a free game without paying is because of one thing money just can't buy: my heart. so that I'd feel compelled to hypothetically say crazy things like, oh no, it's not one of those mobile games. I beat the whole thing without spending a penny. Wait, I did say something like that. My eyes have been opened for the first time. I've been doing these bastards' marketing for them. I've been programmed. Wait, they probably didn't even have to pay Ryan Reynolds. They probably just gave him a little hit and offered him unlimited lives to do the commercial. No, I'm uninstalling for good. It all begs the question, who's to blame? Surprisingly, it's not just the developers or the executives in charge of them. While they are the ones creating these strategies trying to get us normal human beings addicted, I have to mention that strategies like these are what the platform is built for. They're just following orders. On the App Store or Google Play, if you have no knowledge of what a game is amongst a sea of identical options, there's no way you're going to spend a little cash on something that might be no fun at all. Do you remember those classic mobile games you used to play that cost $1? They're free now, and they're full of the strategies like the ones I mentioned today. So the game's got to be free, but the company can't go bankrupt, and f*** advertisements, so maybe one little addiction tactic couldn't hurt, right? Well, maybe two. Well, maybe as many as possible. Like it or not, this is what we get to choose from. It's either that or endless asset flip clones nobody gives a shit about. Which leads me to my very last question. What are we, the players, gonna do about it? Do we boycott all bad mobile games now? Do we play them and refuse to pay? Or do we make our own better games? I don't fucking know. I played Toon Blast for 4 years. Don't listen to me. Shit, play them. Drain your whole bank account on them. I don't care. But I'm always trying to improve the content I fill my brain with on a daily basis, so I am done. I am uninstalled for good. And looking back, do I regret my time with Toon Blast? Yeah, I do. Real fucking waste of time. But if I hadn't spent those 4 years wading through game dev scum, I never would have made the game I made. So what is my game, Jump Up Tiny Spaceman? Does it tick all these nasty little addiction tactic boxes? Or is it a reaction to this kind of game? Or, if you care, do you just have to find out for yourself? It's that one. That last thing is the answer. And that's my whole video. Bye-bye.